afternoon, just out for a little ride. Kind of bored sitting around. I was supposed to take a rest day off the bike today, but guess that ain't happening. Guess where I'm at? Guess where I'm at? Just turned off of Valley Brook, heading on my favorite trail. Well, actually, these are the closest trails I have. The closest thing to trails, you know, just a few miles from my house. How many miles is this here? This is just over 3 miles. The closest thing I have to getting on a trail. I really wish there was a way just to cut straight across here instead of having to go down like I'm going to go now. The Lyndhurst Recreational Center straight ahead. We get the soccer field. We're going to make a left on a pile of rocks up here to get across on the trail, paralleling to the left, and we want to go in the opposite direction I'm going now. Where's that pile of rock? I think that's it right here. Right here. Maybe when I have the other bike, I'll ride across here. Really isn't, but you just have to keep pedaling hard because the rocks are a little bit loose. They're just sitting there. And you'll be okay. Here we go, we're on the trail. So to the left of me there's water, so there's no way to get across there. Looks like a truck track or something. It was just down here. As I come in right around there, because it's real heavy cattails. And well, it may not be water, but real heavy cattail weeds. If we get through that. Nice and cool out here. It's like in the low 70s. It feels chilly. Definitely feels chilly. This trail goes for probably a mile. Right? I would say a mile. I'll see when I get up there. So we're paralleling Valley Brook. Valley Brook's to our left. And this will run right into Disposal Road, which, you know, Valley Brook, you know, tees with. And if you made a right on Disposal, that's where we're going to come out up here in a little while. I think, Mario, you were thinking, you know, I was going to try and give you some ideas on routes over here. So on a 25C tire, yeah, you know, this bike just has a tiny suspension, but the tire is a lot wider. You know, it's a 3-inch tire. Definitely makes things much more rideable. So I don't know what to say. I was advising to put like 60 pounds of pressure in your tire. You actually go as low as you can go. But 25 is kind of narrow. All right, we'll turn the camera off till I get up to Disposal Road. GoPro, stop recording. All right, I just turned the camera back on. I'm still on the same road. So I'm gonna name this road. This is gonna be called Valley Brook Bypass, because it actually, you know, since it's paralleling Valley Brook and it's bypassing it, right, it's an option to come in here. I'm going to use that name for it. So as you can see up there, there's a fence blocking where I'm going, and that'll be Disposal Road. To the right will be the Dakota, you know, observatory, and all the trails over there. And to the left will take you over to Valley Brook and, you know, the Lyndhurst complex where Chubb Avenue and Wall Street is. Medieval times over in that direction. Yeah, so it's about a mile. We're looking at the distance. So this trail, Valley Brook Bypass, is literally a mile, you know, in one direction. All right, so there's no way to ride around the gate, you know, even I have to dismount on this bike. I think there's just too many rocks sitting right next to it. Yeah, you can't get up. So let's turn the camera off. I'll bring it back on in a minute. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so here I am on the Disposal Road. I'm just going to cross straight over here. Up there, what you see is the New Jersey Turnpike. Just leaving everything on so you can see what I'm doing here. So yes, we really shouldn't be back here, but we're just bicycling or hiking. I don't think it makes much of a difference. They don't want cars back here, I believe, is why the gates are up. Okay, so let's get going down here a little bit. I'm going to try something different. So Mario, if you wanted to start over by the Lyndhurst Recreational Center, I mean, you could park there. You can figure out, you know, how to get to an entrance of what I'm doing from your office over in Lyndhurst. I don't know where you work in Lyndhurst, if you're in the complex or if you're off the Ridge Road. So what can I call this road here? I don't know. We're not paralleling anything anymore. It heads towards, you know, the Hudson River, which comes to a T up there, and on the other side would be Secaucus. So up here in a little ways, we're going to come to an intersection. I believe it's after that tree is down. And we can't even ride over that because there's a couple branches like consecutively. You can't get over one without getting over the other one. It's just, I should actually see if I can like move it or break it or something. GoPro, stop recording. Just got past that branch, that tree that was down. All right, so that's the turnpike right above us there. And the turn I want should be right here. So to the right is the Corte Park, you know, trails. I'm going to go to the left. We're going to go to the left. Now down here, gets a little bit rough at times. But you get like you get a big field. Oh, there's I see motorcycle tracks. The kids are coming back here. To my left is a field. It does like a mile, geez, maybe longer loop. So we're paralleling the turnpike. You can't see it, but it's to my right. This will come out, you know, you'll hit the train tracks. It'll be right in front of you, running left and right. To the right would be towards New York City. But right before that, I'm going to find a way to get over to the left over there so I don't have to go around the gate and stuff. Because if you went all the way up here, you can squeeze by the gate. Oh, look at all the water over here today. I was over here last week and I guess okay, there's a path on the side, okay. Yeah, so it's not too rough yet. Just basic gravel kind of riding. And these bridge out signs are all over the place. They don't mean anything, at least for where I go. I just like the fact that all the highways are around you. It's just kind of cool, you know? To me it is. So there you have to get up that, however you want to manage that. Still not too rocky. I thought I thought it got real rocky up here. Let's see. All right, so made through here a little. We're not going to the rocks to the right, so you stay over to the left here. A little bit rocky. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit rocky. Yep. A little bit rough through here. So this is the spot. If you came down here, let's see. So we had a little bit there. Not too bad in here now. You just, you know, choose the path with the least resistance. Yes, I think that was the rough area. Now we're back to a pretty decent trail. And these are real loose stones, so they're a little bit tricky too. If you're a good bike handler, I never was until I got the mountain bike. I never really had accidents on the road, but it's good fortune. You know, trying to be looking out for everything in advance, anticipating. And nowadays it's harder because more people are distracted with a lot of different things, even besides just a telephone. So I think the chance of getting in a bike accident nowadays. All right, so right around here where I was thinking, well, let's go up to the fence so I can show an example of how you would squeeze around the fence. So this is all a little bit loose, a little bit tricky. Because any spot right here you can walk across. That's the path right there I want to get on. Right there. You can't see it, but that's the trail right to the left. And if I could get across, I don't have to deal with squeezing behind the fence up here. That's tricky right there, loose. A little bit of grate here, but no problem. And then up here it gets, you know, the brushes, the cattails are too thick. So it would have been back there is when you wanted to squeeze over if you were going to go over. Let's just go up here. I'll see what, you know, at least I give you an idea on the camera what it's like to squeeze behind the fence. It's just a little bit rough up here. So whoever came up here would have to decide if this was too rough for their liking. With all this loose gravel. Yep, on a skinny tire would be a little more difficult. All right, so that's the train track. So if we make a left right here, so we're just bearing around to the left here, there's going to be a fence. Oh my God, the fence is open. The fence is open. So I don't know if that's customary. I don't think so. Or if they just, if they make it look like it's closed and that chain is never really locked. Could a car fit through here? Yeah, a car could fit through here. Well, I'm going to certainly find out when I go up here. All right, so this is 5 points. So let's see how long this loop is. Because you can come out on the other side over by Route 3 where Route 17 is merging on and off. But then it's harder to squeeze through the gate over there. And they're doing construction, so you can't get around even the main road. So this is a whole other section. See, this riding over here is much nicer. It isn't as rough as the road on the left I just came from. Leave the camera on just a little longer, just show you what's up here. Yep, so the road I came down is right there to the left. And you can see there's some pretty decent spots to get over, you know, that aren't too bad. So anyway, let's go a little bit further, then I'll pause the camera and I'll bring it back on. So this direction is towards, what direction is this? It's a good question. Kind of look and see. Well, this is towards the Lyndhurst complex, it looks like. Is that the Embassy Suites or one of the little stays, little hotels up there? There's the stadium up far to the right there. You can see it. The MetLife Stadium. All right, I'm going to pause the camera for a bit. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Here we are back on the same trail. So if you look to the left, so that's a little hotel, and way to the left is the Medieval Times complex. Well, no, that's some townhomes or condominiums there on the left. The hotel is actually up further. The hotel is where the entrance up here that's blocked off. That's where the hotel is. And that's just all water separating us from the left. Over here is where I saw a little coyote, or either that or an orangish looking cat, little kitten. Or a fox, I don't know if it was a fox or a cat. All right, so this is about a mile I've been on this trail so far. So this one covers a lot of ground. Now you get a good look of MetLife Stadium up there. This trail is going to be like 2 miles long. Let me pause it a bit. I'll turn around when we get by the end up there. GoPro, stop recording. All right, so up here, we should be coming up to the gate. I see that little hotel to the left there. So I don't know what road this is right here. It's all blocked off to the left. You know, I squeezed through it all the last time I was here last week. And that's the Embassy Stays or something, Stays America. I think I can't see the full sign up there. So this is where it comes out. And if you go to the left, this is all gated off. This is all chained up. If you went to the left over here, you could look at that sign up there. That's, Extended Stay America. So if you went over here, it's going to show you, you could squeeze right through here and you could get around, right? So, but there's the road you're right on over there it's all closed off, so it's not worth it. So this is, so we had 5.7, 6.7. This is 2.6 miles, so just over 2.5 miles to get out here. And then you go back, so you get a 5-mile loop, right? Just give you a moment coming this way. When I came out here the first time, there was a car parked out here. I didn't know what he was doing, and I didn't run into him. I'm just kind of riding my bike. I would just, make sure he knows that's all I'm doing. whoever was in the car, but I didn't see them. I feel, is that rain I'm feeling? I'm feeling water drops. Yeah. What am I saying, a 5-mile loop? Like a 3-mile loop, right? Just over a 3-mile loop to get back here. Geez, I'm a mess. And when I watch the videos, I reference my right and left, and I know the difference between my right and left, and sometimes I say the opposite. So I guess I've become dyslexic over years. So you get a little over a 3-mile loop out and back. I think it was like I said, 1.7 miles. You get 1, 2, 3, 3 point, just under 4. There's a train over to my left. I thought it was a car coming up behind me. It startled me. So those are those townhomes or condominiums up there to the right that are at the edge of, I don't know if it's off of Chubb Avenue or Wall Street over in the complex. That's what they are. All right, I'm going to pause the camera again. GoPro, stop recording. Still on the same trail. Definitely have to come up with a name for this. Just show you a little bit in this opposite direction coming back. Turnpike straight ahead of us. Keep seeing these big hawks or eagles. GoPro, stop recording. All right, so I'm coming back on that trail, and I'm just going to see if there's a way to get across here. All right, so it looks like there's some water here. Let's just see how bad it is. Right over here seems dry. Getting across. All right, so that's good, because right up here you can see, the cattails are. It's like an opening. This would be the perfect. See it right here. There's an opening here. This is the perfect spot to get through, and here we are. So you shave off a little bit, on the other end, but that's how you would get through, if the gate was closed or if you didn't want to go up there. So now I'm going to head back on the trail I just came off of before I get on that one. So, okay, give you a little bit. So this is where the loose gravel is. It definitely would be tough on a little skinny tire, but you can always dismount, and you can just walk a lot of it, because you get that 1.5 mile trail out there each way. My knee is bothering me a little bit today. I keep wanting to get days off the bike, and I wind up getting on the damn bike. They're not hard rides. Yesterday I was out for 30 miles, right? It's not hard, but it's a lot of time on the bike pedaling, even if it's soft. So when I hit that loose gravel, I kind of sit up. So I put some weight on the back wheel, and it kind of just balances my weight and you go across it better, and I'm just pushing on the handlebars. That's how I get through it. And I just stand up, I get myself off the seat every now and then. Like if I was on a road bike, that's what I would be doing. Or the gravel bike, like I would stand up here like I am now and just get through it. Big rocks through there. That's definitely where you want to be walking. And now we're good to go up here. Alright, so I want to keep the camera on. I want to show you when we go on the other side. We got a little ways to go. I'll turn the camera back on when I get up there. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so this is the intersection when we're coming back. To the right is Disposal Road. Straight ahead takes you to the Corte. And down here, I might as well take a ride down here. This brings you to the water, which comes to a dead end. I think I have this on one of the routes I made. I was going to send over to Mario or Marianne. So this is going to be an out and back, but this should be all rideable compared to what we were just on. That's the only trail that's got some questionable spots where you're probably gonna have to get off the bike. Under the turnpike here, and this really isn't that long. I can see the ending right up there. I'll just keep the camera on so you can see all of this. Just a pretty neat out and back. And you get the view of the water, all the bridges we know, the Pulaski Skyway, 1 and 9. The Newark Airport is way to the right of ways. Can't see that though. That's the Meadowlands Parkway on the other side of the water up here. Yeah, I've been out here 3 or 4 times at this point. Yeah, it's just a cool little spot, nice and quiet. I do a little turn around here and I go back. All right, GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so that was the out and back down by the water by Sea Caucus. Here's that 4-way intersection. Disposal was ahead, the rocky trail was to the right, and we're gonna make a left. Now we're going towards the Corte. So these are loops over here, there's no more out and back. Just that you have to go across the train tracks up here. You got to get across the train tracks. So if you have an issue with that, you're not going to be able to, get through. There they are, right there. It's a nice, easy section to get through. I mean, you could walk up there to the right a little bit. No train in sight. Now, are these tracks in use, or? I keep forgetting, because I know there was I think these are used. These ones are used. It's down the far end in the direction we're going. Or the abandoned ones, where they're going to make that, that trail, that Hudson something trail. So again, the disposal road is paralleling me to the right. That's the turnpike up to the left. And this will take you straight to, if you're able to go through, it'll take you right out to the Belleville Pike. But there's a bridge, so there really is a bridge out. There's no such thing as a bridge up here. There's just the section. There's just the section where you got to make a right up where that car is up there. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so I'm back on the same trail where I turned the camera off. So up here, we cross the tracks back there. Up here we make the right because there's no bridge to get across. Otherwise, there's a nice loop that would parallel the turnpike, but you can't get through. I believe this is the Transco Trail. There's two, the Transco, and there's the Sawmill Creek Trail. Those are the two trails over here. So look how fast all this grass grows up. Find a spot to get up here. Now, you don't have to ride up here if you don't want. You just ride down there, but I always come up here. So up to the right, there's a pier. It's like 1/4 of a mile long. It just circles around the water. On the right up there, no bikes are allowed on it, but the bikes go on it. Yeah, these weeds grow, this grass just grows so fast. Every time I come up here, I say, I think they have to cut it like once a week. You cut it, so right to the right there. Down, so right to the right there is how you get on that trail that they made, the pier. Yeah, so they come here. Nope, because this is here. Tricky. All right, so GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so that was the Transco Trail. This is the intersection. You have the Corte Observatory over there. I have to go in there and figure out what that is. If there's a tour, you can go in and see something. And then, right, Transco, I'm gonna make a left down here. Hi. So we're gonna go, actually, let's continue to the Transco. And then we'll get on the sawmill. Hi. The Sawmill Creek Trail will be up here. Oh, I forgot this Transco goes all the way down here. It's just fun riding up here. I don't know if you would want to do this, Mario. A skinny tire wouldn't make a difference. Just gotta go back there on those rocks I was riding on. That's a little bit tricky. Well, if a skinny tire gets between those square rocks back there, it's gonna throw you. I think it would throw any of us. At least with the wider tire like I have, it may not be as bad. You have a fighting chance. It's a little tricky in spots here. It's kind of bumpy. Go over that rock every time. I guess it's your only choice to go over it. All right, so the ducks are up there. I'll let them have that path. I'll jump back up there after I pass the duckies. All right, roll back up here. Those bricks back there are a little bit tricky at that last spot. I fret a little bit if I'm not really up for riding. I'm just relaxing. Like, oh boy, I got to go over that without falling off. Because if you fall, there's some consequences. I mean, I got to die, but it goes down to the left. It's kind of tricky. And you could fall. If you don't have pads and everything on, you're going to get all cut up. I don't wear any pads or anything when I come over here. But that's the only spot where you could get in trouble if you fell. All right, so we're finishing up on the Transco Trail. Now I think I put the route I put together, you know, this is all done in a different direction, but these are the trails. All right, GoPro, stop recording. Let me show you as you come around here how the trails connect. So that's Disposal Road right to the right there. You can come in off of Schuyler, or you can come in, you know, from Valley Brook. And there's parking up there, you know, to the right past those flags. And we're gonna get on the Sawmill Creek Trail. This is the one that does an out and back. Now check the tide. Yes, I found the tides. The tides are out until like 5 or 6. So if I wanted to go out, if I wanted to go out and, you know, go past and go across that rocky area that gets, you know, the tide comes in and you can't get through, I could. unless I just want to go out and ride back on the Belleville Pike today. That would be something different. I was just here the other day when it was real hot. It was so cool. So there's the parking area straight ahead. That's Disposal Road. And that'll take you up to Schuyler, the corner of Schuyler and Disposal Road. I think there's like a firehouse right there where you come in. So the Sawmill Creek Trail. This was always my favorite. Just wide open. You got the water on both sides. You get, you know, a sea smell. Get this red surface they put down. I keep saying I'm going to figure out what that is, but I figured out the tides. I found like just a little thing for the Hudson River. It gives you the how high the tide's going to be at what time. So let's see if it's true. I'm going to go up to the end out there, and let's see if I can get across. Because I have a loop I do over there. Maybe I'll try doing it backwards today. And up here, you can make a left and get on the Transco Trail too, instead of continuing straight across like I did back there. Just as like a square. I'll leave this on for a while so you can see this. So if you look up and to the left there, you can see the trail where it comes over, right? You see the arch you got to go under, the steel arch there. There it is right there. So that would be, I believe that's the Transco Trail. I'm going to continue down here. This is the one that's an out and back unless you can get across the rocks. Can you ride this on a 25-inch CC? I guess you could. I mean, a gravel bike you definitely could. Just depends on your skill level. All right, so I'll turn the camera off for a little bit. I'll pick it up in a little while. GoPro, stop recording. Still on the same trail, coming up to where the rocks are going to be. So this is a little bit before that. A couple openings in the cement there, or rocks. There's a bridge to do to get across a little piece of water there. So both sides of the water get real close up here, and then there's just some rocks that you walk across, you know, where it splits. I know you got little geesies. I know you got little geeses. Hello. 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 Coming through. Coming through. Coming through on the bicycle. Just coming through on the bicycle. Coming through on the bicycle. Very good. All right. GoPro, stop recording. The tide forecast was perfect.